Hey up, hope you're all well, wishing you all a happy new year. 2nd of January today, so I'm going to do a quick video on the running costs, and it is the basic running cost. So obviously people who've seen the channel know that the pond's not heated, so there's no heating involved. It is literally the pump, the UV, and other little bits I'll go through that I've got running on the pond. So it's just a breakdown of the cost of a very basic setup, I suppose. So without further ado, we'll get on with it. Still looking nice and clear. All the fish are hiding. Obviously I've done the temperature in the pond and it's actually 0, so I don't expect to see too many of them out today. So what we'll quickly go through, everything's running on one switch box, as you can see there, and that runs the pump, the 55 watt UV, and there is air in there as well. I don't know if we'll be able to see the air. It's right down there, and it's a small Blagden twin outlet air pump. It's nothing fancy, and it's not rated very highly as far as output goes. It was just basically to stop the surface freezing, so it's almost like a token gesture, but it is running off the same outlet, as is the CCTV camera up there. So all the figures I've got now are for the pump, 55 watt UV, CCTV and the air. I will quickly throw in some figures on the lights. I don't have the lights on as a rule, but I did do a comparison between the power draw with everything and the power draw without the lights. So as with all the videos, there is a link in the description to everything that's used. So there's a link for the pump, the filter, the camera. I will link in now the power meter, which I got. It was very inexpensive from Amazon. It was less than 20 quid, and it's a single socket plug-in with a backlit LCD, and it shows you all the figures. So I'll link that along with everything else. So I'm going to stick some images up now. They're the poor quality. I've taken them on my phone throughout the week. I've had it plugged in for a week now, or just over, and all the figures, all the images I took on the phone. So you can see on the first day I plugged it in, and it was showing a draw of between 170 watts and 175. So when you bear in mind the pump is rated at 100 watts, it's not a variable pump, so it should be a constant. The UV is rated at 55 watts, and I can't find a rating for the draw for the camera and the Blagden air unit, but simple maths, there can't be a lot. So 170 to 275 watts draw. The next image I'll put up was when I turned all the lights on. So I'll quickly show you the lights. They're running on this, but it is all from the same power source. But obviously there are isolators and RCDs in place, but there are 3 light sources: the lights in the pond, the gazebo lights and the waterfall lights. So the difference in power draw, when I turned all the lights on, it went up to 216 watts. So not a massive increase. So 45, 50 watts at the most. If you're going to keep your lights on all the time, that's a metric you can use. It's going to use an extra 50 watts, but I didn't think that was bad for 3 sets of lights, all LEDs obviously. So now we'll quickly go into the breakdown of the costs. So I took a photo after one day. Ignore the time on the top reading is the time. I didn't see any point in setting the time, because it does show you how long it's been running in days, which is what I was interested in, and hours. So after one day it was showing a total used of 4.294 kilowatts. That equated to 68p. So obviously this differentiates from your tariff. I haven't included the daily charge. I pay that for the house anyway, so I'm not incorporating the daily charge. So just on my per kilowatt cost, which is, I've rounded up, it's 16 pence. I might have to look into that, see if I can get it cheaper, but currently for one day it's showing as 68p. That was the first day I plugged it in. but I wanted a bit of continuity, make sure that the meter was accurate. So the next image I'll put up is after 5 days. So after 5 days it was showing a draw of 21.87 kilowatts and a cost of £3.49. Bear in mind this is just over, you can see on the top that it's showing the plus 4 hours. So this is 5 days and 4 hours, and that's showing 69p if you work that out. So again, that seems to be pretty accurate. So the next measure I worked out was 7 days. So I went out 7 days, it was showing a draw of 29.58 kilowatts, total cost of £4.73. So again, you divide that by 7 and it came back at 68 pence. So from an accuracy, well, I'll say accuracy, or at least a consistency point of view, it was showing a consistent draw on the electricity and a consistent cost. So again, that equates to 68 pence a day. So from that we can work out, we're looking at, through the year, we're looking at 250, thereabouts, 248, 250 quid, which it's not a small amount of money, let's be honest. To some people it might be, but I don't think it's a massive amount considering that's for a year. Obviously these may change. I've kept the UV on, so through the winter some people turn the UV light off. I've kept the UV light on, so that's a constant draw of 55 watts, so that would bring that down quite a bit. But the reason I kept mine on, I didn't install the pond until September, so I may as well get use out of the bulb right through until spring when I change it. I didn't want to use it for a couple of months, turn it off and then have to change it in the spring anyway.